What's up, guys? Welcome back to another class preview. This time we're going to be going over the new spec and kind of redesigned spec as well of combat. It is going to be our Outlaw Rogue. Now we're going to mostly go through the spell book, kind of touch over the talent, then check out the artifact weapon. It's going to be kind of an interesting one. We still work off of energy and the 5 combo point system, so nothing really new there, but some very cool new abilities. Let's start off and go into the spellbook. The first off, we do have Adrenaline Rush, which is our basically main DPS cooldown. It does increase your energy regeneration rate by 100% and also increase your attack speed by 20% for 15 seconds. A nice little cooldown, gives you some extra energy to spam, plus give you a little extra attack bonus. Next we do have Ambush, still relatively the same. Does cost 60 energy, does require stealth still. Ambush the target, causing 27,000 physical damage, and it does award 2 combo points. Now we do have a new combo point spender. It is Between the Eyes. It is a 1 through 5 combo points. It does cost 35 energy with a 20-second cooldown. Finishing move that deals damage with your pistol and stuns the target. Critical strikes with this ability deal 4 times the normal damage with a 5-point combo, doing 15,000 damage unless you crit, which would make that quite a bit higher, which is 60,000 damage, and stun them for 5 seconds. Now this is relatively similar to our kidney shot from Warlords, but it does have that damage onto it, so gives you a little bit more incentive to seek out critical strike chance on your stats. There is Blade Fury back in the game, so if we're worried about our AoE, we have plenty of that with Blade Fury. It does have a 10-second cooldown. While active, your attacks also strike all nearby opponents for 35% normal damage, but your energy regeneration is reduced by 20%. Lasts until cancelled. Same old Blade Fury, gives you some nice AoE, insane AoE actually, and does reduce your energy regen. There's still blind in the game. I believe all specs still have this. It is on a 2-minute cooldown. Blinds the target, causing it to wander disoriented for 1 minute. Damage will interrupt effect. You can obviously only do this at one target, but still a nice CC move. It does CC for 1 minute, which is a lot higher than most other CCs right now in the game. Now we do have Bribe. It's a new ability. Does have a 30-minute cooldown. Bribes a non-player humanoid target up to level 101 with Fool's Gold, convincing it to fight for you for 5 minutes. Now that's a kind of new, nice new ability. It does add some lore aspects to the game. Obviously, this won't be very viable in PvP, or I don't think it will work that much into raiding. But it is kind of a nice new ability that you can use while questing and such. We do have Cheap Shot. It does cost 40 energy. It does require stealth. Stuns the target for 4 seconds, awarding 2 combo points. Nothing really new there. We do have Cloak of Shadows. Now this is a very nice defensive cooldown with a 1.5 minute cooldown. Provides a moment of magic immunity, instantly removing all harmful spell effects The cloak lingers, causing you to resist harmful spells for 5 seconds. Very nice, especially if we have a lot of magic debuffs or dots on us, preventing us from vanishing. Now we do have a new ability, Crimson Veil, or Vial. Does cost 30 energy with a 30-second cooldown. Drink a alchemy concoction that heals you for 42% of your max health over 6 seconds. This basically just replace recuperate. Now we kind of have a have a quite a big cooldown on it, which with recuperate we can keep up at all times. Still have distract enemies, especially during stealth, quite useful. We do have feint, performs an evasive maneuver, reducing damage taken from AoE effects by 50% for 5 seconds. Does cost 20 energy. We have gouge as well, costs 25 energy with a 10-second cooldown. Gouge the eyes of an enemy target, incapacitating them for 4 seconds. Damage will interrupt the effect. Now this does award 1 combo point, so you could probably even put that in rotation. We do have kick, our basic interrupt with a 15-second cooldown, preventing any spells to be cast from that school of magic for 5 seconds. Marked for death as a talent we'll go over later. Pickpocket allows you to, or picklock allows you to pick lock chest up to a skill of 500, obviously increasing with every level you gain. Now pickpocket picks the target's pocket, it does require stealth. Now pistol shot does cost 40 energy, draws a concealed pistol and fire a quick shot at an enemy, dealing 6,000 physical damage and reducing the movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. This does award 1 combo point. It's a nice little slow. It is basically our only slow, but does give you a little extra damage as well. Now we do have Repose It. Is it another cooldown we do have for our defensive maneuvers? Is a 2-minute cooldown. Grants 100% chance to parry for 10 seconds, and each time you parry an attack, you will strike back the target for 6,000 physical damage. This cannot occur more often than 1 per second. So, nice defensive cooldown, especially in PvP if we're getting hit by a bunch of melee attacks. Definitely very nice to use, especially since it does damage to them as well. Now we do have another finisher that does cost 25 energy, Roll the Bones. A finishing move that rolls the dice of fate, providing a random combat enhancement, lasts longer per combo point, with a 5 combo point having 36 seconds. Now some of these are very interesting. We do have Grand Melee, basically you attack 40% faster. Board sides, your attacks generate 1 additional combo point. Shark Infested Waters, your critical strike chance is increased by 40%. Jolly Roger, healing for 3% max health every 1 second. Not sure how well that one fits in, but we do have Buried Treasure, increases your energy regeneration rate by 40%. And then we do have True Bearing. Finishers reduce the remaining cooldown of many abilities by 3 seconds per combo point. This works very well with getting a lower cooldown with Adrenaline Rush, with obviously 15 seconds off of every finisher if we're finishing with 5 combo points. Some very interesting enhancements, provided by that. Now we do have Run Through. Does cost 35 energy as a finisher. Lunging finishing move that causes damage per combo point and has increased range. So obviously this is basically your eviscerate, but it doesn't do 25,000 damage with 5 combo points. Now our main ability is Saber Slash. It does cost 50 energy. Viciously slash an enemy, causing 18,000 physical damage. Saber Slash has a 50% chance to strike an additional time, making your next pistol shot free. So this very much synergizes with pistol shot, giving you extra combo points. So this is very nice. It does award 1 combo point each time it strikes. So if you do get an additional strike and making the pistol shot free, you do get 3 combo points, which kind of changes up your rotation, which is kind of interesting and kind of nice. Do have the same old sap. Requires stealth with a 35 energy cost. Incapacitate the target for 1 minute. Only works on humanoids, beasts, and demons. Dragon can damage will revive the target, basically canceling the effect. We do have Sprint, is on a 1 minute cooldown, increases your movement speed by 70% for 8 seconds, is able to be used while stealth. Stealth, not much has changed here, but it is now on a 2-second cooldown. It does conceal you into the shadows until cancelled, allowing you to stalk enemies without being seen. It's kind of nice that they did lower the cooldown, therefore allowing rogues to be going in and out from even questing mobs a lot faster and having to wait that 10 seconds. We still have Tricks of the Trade. It does have a 30-second cooldown. Redirects all threat you cause to the targeted party or raid member, beginning with your next damaging attack within 30 seconds, lasting for 6 seconds. Nice if you're trying to help the tank get some threat. Still have Vanish with a 2-minute cooldown. Allows you to vanish from sight, entering stealth while in combat for the first 3 seconds. After Vanish, damage and harmful effects received will not break stealth. This also breaks movement and pairing effects, which is added bonus. Combat Proficiency is a passive. Offhand has a chance to regenerate 15 energy. Nice little addition. Kind of benefit from haste quite a bit just to get some more energy back. We do have Fleet-footed. It does increase your movement speed by 15% and reduces falling damage. Now onto our mastery. Now this is a kind of interesting mastery, and also kind of a very bland one as well. But your main hand attacks have an 84% chance to trigger an attack with your offhand, doing 6,000 damage. Now this can very much synergize with your haste, doing more attacks with your main hand, obviously giving you more damage with your offhand. What I would like to see is kind of an integration with maybe the combo point system or the energy system, but I guess I do have combat proficiency up here. Gives you some extra low damage, but overall just kind of a bland passive. Now we do have Ruthlessness. Your finishing combo moves have a 20% chance per combo point to grant a combo point. Gives you a little heads up on our little bonus when you're casting a finish move to get closer to your next finishing move. Nothing really new there, but we'll move on to the talents. Starting at the level 15 talents, we do have Ghostly Strike. Now this ability that does cost 30 energy strikes the enemy with your cursed weapon, dealing 11,000 physical damage and causing the target to take 10% increased damage from your abilities for 15 seconds. Now this does cost or awards 1 combo point. It would not replace our Saber Slash, since our Saber Slash can possibly get us up to 3 combo points basically for free, but it does do a good chunk of damage, but mostly using it for some active damage buff. So it is a very nice talent. Now we do have Sword Master as a passive. Saber Slash has a 15% increased chance to strike additional time. And with this off, we do have Saber Slash only having a 35% chance to strike. Now we do have Quick Draw as another passive. Frees the use of pistol shot granted by Saber Slash, and now generates 1 combo point and deals 50% increased damage. It's a very nice little bonus, especially if you're getting a bunch of procs. It could work very well with some haste build. We do have Grappling Hook. Now this is mostly just a movement. You launch a grappling hook and pull yourself to the target location, just like so. Doesn't have any animation yet. You just basically leap to, so like a targeted blink. Acrobatic Strikes is a passive. Increases the range of all your melee attacks by 3 yards, therefore giving you the ability to move around quite a bit more. But on raid bosses, I don't see this as much of an issue, since they do have large hitboxes already. We do have Hidden Run. Increases your movement speed at all times by 15%. Nice little passive. Now for this passive, a lot of passives I know, but your maximum 6 combo points. You may have a maximum of 6 combo points. Your finishing moves will consume up to 6 combo points, and your finishing moves deal 20% increased damage. Now this applies if you have any number of combo points. It basically increases all the damage of your combo points. You do not have to have the 6 combo points to get the 20% increased damage. It is all across the board. Plus you can use it for a little bit more. Now we do have Anticipation as our next passive. You may have a maximum of 8 combo points. Finishers will consume a maximum of 5 combo points. So this is very nice at just giving you some extra kind of wiggle room to use up all your combo points, especially if you're generating a lot. This talent could be come very much in handy. Now we also have Vigor, another passive. Increases your maximum energy by 50 and increase your base energy regeneration by 10%. Very nice passive. Does help out, especially when you have adrenaline rush and you are generating a lot of energy, just to make sure that you're using all of your energy and you're never hitting that 100% energy. We do have Iron Stomach. Increases the healing you receive by Crimson Veil, healing potions, and also Hellstones by 30%. Nice little additional healing. We do have Elusiveness, another passive. Faint also reduces all damage you take from non-area effect damage by 30%. therefore making damage reduction from area damage 50% and non-area damage to 30%. We did bring back Cheat Death, another passive. Fatal attacks instead reduce you to 7% of your max health for 3 seconds. Afterwards, you take 85% reduced damage. This cannot trigger once more often than once per 2 minutes. Very useful while raiding. Iron Stomach, I would say that would be very good while just soloing or doing stuff without healers. We do have Parlay. This does replace our blind. With a 30-yard range and a 20-second cooldown, pacifies the target who is forced to negotiate instead of fighting for 5 minutes. Only works on humanoids, demons, dragonkins. The damage will break the piece. So it gives you extra few minutes on your CC, which 5 minutes really seems quite a bit. But there is still Prey on the Weak. It's another passive. Enemies disabled with your Gouge, Blind, Cheap Shot, or Sap take 10% increased damage from all sources. So nice little damage buff. Not the best, but it is the only damage buff off of this row. Next we do have Dirty Tricks, another passive. Gouge, Blind, and Cheap Shot and Sap no longer cost energy. This is very good for kind of mostly PvP or questing. Basically going in and starting out your combo and not having to worry about that energy cost from cheap shots and stuff like that. We do have Cannonball Barrage. It's an instant cast with a 1-minute cooldown. Command a ghost ship crew to barrage the target with cannonballs, doing 20,000 physical damage over 1.8 seconds, and slowing enemies by 50% for 1.5 seconds. A very nice little cooldown. I'll demonstrate right here. Has alright effect, but I wish it was kind of a more ghostly, since it says a ghost ship crew, but still pretty cool. We do have a Accelerate. Another passive. Your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to grant 1% haste for 20 seconds, stacking up to 25 times. Now this is a very good passive that basically increases your haste and does synergize very well with Vigor and some other stuff such as Swordmaster. Now we do also have Killing Spree back. It's our same old Killing Spree. Instant cast with a 2-minute cooldown. Teleport to an enemy within 10 yards, attacking 7 times over 3 seconds for 6,000 physical damage with your main hand and 3,000 physical damage with your offhand. While Blade Fury is active, each Killing Spree attack will teleport to a different enemy and attack them. So you basically bounce around the field with your Blade Fury active. So, same old Killing Spree. I do like the fact that they brought it back, but a very cool effect as well. Some new casting animations, and it does teleport you back to where you were. Next we do have Slice and Dice. This does replace Roll the Bones, so you do not get those random effects. This still costs 25 energy. It's a finishing move that consumes combo points and increases attack speed by 100%, depending on the combo points we spent, up to a maximum of 36 seconds. Very nice if we want to go for some attack speed. Does very much benefit from our mastery. So if we had a bunch of haste, that would be very beneficial. Let me log back in. But it is kind of, you don't get the same effects from roll the bones. So overall, if we do have a bunch of haste and mastery, it is a very good talent to take and can increase your damage by quite a bit. Now the next one we do have is Mark for Death. The same old Mark for Death, the instant cast with a 1-minute cooldown. Marks a target, instantly regenerating 5 combo points. Cooldown is reset if the target dies within 1 minute. Very strong effect, especially if you need to get some burst off of onto a target. I do love this for PvP. Now there is still Death from Above. It does cost 25 energy. It's a finisher move with a 20-second cooldown. Basically, it empowers the weapons with shadow energy and performs a devastating 2-part attack. The first part is you roll around, dealing up to 10,000 damage to all targets within 8 yards, then leap into the air and run through, which is your main finisher move, and casting run through your target on the way back down with such force that it has a 50% stronger effect. Now this is a very cool spell, as I always thought. Just gonna use this, jump up. Right now it does not bring you back down to the target, but normally it would do so. That killing spree is amazing. But moving on to our artifact weapon, we do have Fate and Fortune. These are our Dreadblades. Our main ability is going to be Curse of the Dreadblades. Now this is a instant 2-minute cooldown. It does have our mostly DPS cooldown, obviously. Invoke the Curse of the Dreadblades, causing each Saber Slash to fill your combo points. However, the Dreadblades will consume 5% of your current health when you use a finishing move for the next 16 seconds. Now what this basically means is when you pop this, all your Saber Slashes will put you up to 5 combo points. Basically a better Marked for Death, but only your Saber Slashes. So when you do get a proc of Pistol Shot, it is almost useless to cast unless you have no energy. So something weird about it, that it does consume 5% of your max life after each combo point finisher. It does kind of bring an interesting effect, and kind of helps out, I would say, Roll the Bones, because you do have the opportunity to generate 3% of your max health every second. So does kind of work off of that, but if you're in a raid, obviously you do have healers, so they could heal through that with no problem. There also are some pretty cool enhanced passives off of this. We do have Blurred Time. During Adrenaline Rush, all your abilities cooldowns recover 200% faster, making stuns a lot more. Even Killing Spree works off of this, and also like Mark for Death and such cooldowns like that. So it is very nice, nice little passive, especially since you are doing Adrenaline quite often. If you have Roll the Bones and you are getting the right type of procs. We do also have Greed, another passive. Basically, Run Through occasionally awakens the Dreadblades, unleashing a sweeping attack against all nearby enemies for 9,000 physical damage. The healing and healing you for 16,000 per target. Now this is a very nice passive, especially since our Curse of the Dreadblades ability does take up our life, so this gives you the opportunity to get quite a bit back, and also damage on AoE. So kind of synergizes pretty nicely, especially for soloing, but in raids this wouldn't worry me that much. We also do have Blunderbuss as a passive. When Saber Slash strikes an additional time, your pistol shot may be replaced with Blunderbuss. Blunderbuss draws a quick concealed Blunderbuss at the target, dealing 12,000 damage and reducing the movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Awards 1 combo point. The only real difference is about double the damage. Now, pistol shot does 6,000, where Blunderbuss does almost 13,000. So gives you some extra damage off of that proc, but only when it procs off of your Saber Slash. But overall, kind of interesting. I did not think I was gonna enjoy playing this spec, but with all the new casting animations, this does make it quite an interesting spec, and also a little bit fun to play. I do really enjoy that they brought back Killing Spree. Makes it a lot of fun, in my opinion. Always loved that cooldown. So, with some really cool attacking animations. But overall, nice new addition. It does kind of have a piratey feel, as you will see going through the artifact quest line. But overall, I did enjoy the spec. It is interesting to play. It is very similar to combat, but with some cool new abilities, and I do like the fact that they kind of distance themselves from like all the rogue specs being very similar, and you can kind of have each spec as kind of their own unique feel to them. But that's it for this video. If we did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If we have any questions, please just put them in the comment box below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.